welcome to my channel. This is Sean. You're watching Sean's Read Aloud. Today I'm going to show you how to use the layer parenting tool inside of Adobe Animate. In order to make use of the layer parenting system is you're going to need a character or something to link. So I'm going to click down into the layer here, and as you can see, I just have what Adobe Animate has labeled as drawing objects. So these aren't symbols yet. So we'll have to first go through and create all our symbols. This isn't really a necessary step for the layer parenting, but if you're going to tween anything on a timeline, you need to have all your assets converted into a symbol. At this point, we have all our individual assets distributed to their own respective layer, and we can see which item is which, denoted by the layer name. All right, so to get started, we want to make sure we have our layer parenting or our parenting view open here on the top of your timeline. So once that's expanded, we want to go ahead and we want to find essentially our parent objects. So in this case, I'm going to essentially have two parents in a sense where the head will drive the ears and the body will drive all the components. So that's the linking theory we're going into. So we're going to link all the legs to the body, including the tail, and the head to the body. And then for the head, we want to make sure that the ears are linked to the head. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's find, okay, that's our body, that's our leg, and I'm just gonna click and drag, and we see we got our, if you're familiar with After Effects, this is like the sort of like a pick whip kind of style. So what I want to do is look for a body in this stack here, which is this little red layer. So boom, drop that there. Let's grab the rest of our legs here. So everything that says leg, that's what I'm shooting for. I want to get all legs connected to the body, and then we'll move on to the rest. Leg. So let's get this other leg, and we got one more leg. God, I know it's staring me right in the face, isn't it? Oh, right here. Okay. So boom. So at this point, I want to go ahead and test to see if, and I have linked all four layers or all four leg layers to the body. I'm going to undo just to get that back into its position there. And let's not forget the tail. So the tail is here, and we're going to link that to the body as well. And again, I just like to test things as I go. Okay, so for the head, let's go ahead and link the, and I find it easier to start with the child or the branch element of the chain, and then you go to the parent or whichever asset is going to draw that particular piece of artwork. All right, so here we have the dog ear. Let's link that to the head. So that's down here. And we got one more dog ear. Where is it? Oh, it's right next to it. Okay, and let's drag and link that there. So now, okay, the ears are their own separate pieces, but now they're linked. And now I want to go ahead and link the head finally to the body. And boom. All right, so we're not quite done yet. There's one more step, and that is to adjust the registration points on each of these objects, so that if we're going to be using, most likely we're going to be using, we're going to be rotating these limbs and moving them. We want to have something that feels naturalistic or rather believable. Let's just use that, believable. We just want believable movement. So I'm going to adjust all these rotation points using the transform tool, or the shortcut I believe is Q. And just grab this little white dot and I'm just dragging it where I think it's going to be. This is something that can be adjusted, but if you start tweening things on your timeline, things will get screwy if you're using the same instance with different registration point placements. Okay, so anywho's, let's go ahead and do the tail, and how about the head? Maybe somewhere down here. And again, we can test these things, and I might say, well, I don't really like that. Maybe, okay, that works without breaking the design too much. And same with the ears. This is just, you just really have to experiment. There really isn't a good default, but I just want to be able to move and pose my character accordingly, and I should be able to do so. I just wanted to show you some use case scenarios. So for instance, if you have linked an object by mistake and it is not the correct linking order, there are a few ways to fix this issue. You can either make sure that you are on the layer. Let me go back here a second. Make sure you're on the layer that you intend to change. Okay, so you can either you can remove it entirely from the hierarchy by clicking and dragging to the left. Okay, just like this. The other instance is if you have taken the time to name your artwork or your assets accordingly, then you can also click into the layer and either again remove this from the hierarchy chain by clicking remove parent, or go and actually change the parent to the correct, or excuse me, change the child to the correct parent. So in this instance, this is the tail. I want to change it to the body, and it's already selected to the body, so that's correct. But all right, and I want to thank you guys for making it this far into the video. I want to close it off with just some recorded work footage of me going through and from start to finish setting up a scene with parented layers. So enjoy this little clip, and also please consider liking and subscribing.